Alright guys, this is going to be part 2 of the Central Phoenix switching operations. We catch our crew heading up towards Central Phoenix right now. They just left Glendale Depot and they should be arriving here in the next few minutes. So we'll catch up to them when they are at Central Phoenix. Alright guys, we catch our power coming into Central Phoenix here. And we'll get him off the main line, and the only way we can do that is with a crossover. So we'll go ahead and watch him as he does his crossover. And that's one of the reasons why I want to install that second crossover. Alright guys, our crew is arriving at the turnouts, and we'll have to do kind of like a double crossover here. First we'll have to get onto this line, and then we'll have to get onto this line. So we'll hold him there, and we'll do the ground throws, and we'll go ahead and pull him back in. And we'll hold him right there. Alright, now he'll back up, and we'll do the next maneuver to get into this track right here. We'll hold him there. And crossover is changed, and the first industry we're going to get is Hootig, because we're going to have to do a runaround with this guy. Alright, past the ground throw, or the turnout I should be saying, not ground throw. And we'll go ahead and reverse him up. Come on back. Come on back. And we'll watch him take the empty center beams out. And we'll put them on this track, and we'll do a run around. This track is dirty. Alright, come on forward. I know, I need to get out here and clean all this track up. You guys are 100% right. But anyhow, I know that's what you're thinking. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put him back on this little runaround track that I have made up for this particular area. Alright, come on back. Boy, this track, oh, I went on the wrong track. Alright, well, my track needs to get cleaned, guilty as charged. And we'll stop him there. Alright guys, our crew is uncoupled, and we will go ahead and be pulling forward here. And we're going to do a crossover, and we're going to push those center beams back to pick up Builder's Express. Anyhow, we'll watch him do his crossover, and then we'll line him up to go back around and get behind the center beams. Alrighty, and we're good. Come on back. And we're coming close to our crossover now, and we're going to head into Builder's Express and pick up 3 boxcars. And once we get these boxcars, we're going to go ahead and pull back out. We're going to have to do another double crossover because the crossover I want to install is not there yet, but it will be soon. Alright. Alright guys, we got our cars at Builder's Express. Now we need to do another double crossover. There's a lot of maneuvers to switch this place out. So we'll just follow our trains through, and we'll watch it all happen. Anyhow, we're going across the main line number 2 right now. And we'll pull past that turnout, and we'll back up, and then we'll hit this crossover here to get us back onto main line 1. At this point, this is the only way we can get into the yard. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it to make this maneuvers kind of shorter. Anyhow, we're past there, and come on back. And once we get past that crossover, we'll do another maneuver to get onto the main line number 1. Alright, and we're good there. For all you new guys that are watching, always remember to put your turnouts back into their original position so you don't have any problems if a train happens to be coming down that particular line. Anyhow, we're going to watch this train do a crossover, and then we're going to follow it back to the yard, and we'll see what happens from there. These turnouts are really rough, I'll tell you. But so far, they all seem to be working, even though they're Atlas stuff. And okay, we're good there. Come on back. And we're going to put these on track number 2 and hook them up with other cars that are going to be going back up north. And I keep mentioning north, I'm referring to Ash Fork, which again is a 197-mile trip. Alright guys, we follow our train as it gets into Glendale Yard, and the crew's got orders to set up the outbound train first, so we'll go ahead and take our load out from yard number 1, and we'll set it on the siding and put these cars at the back end of the train that's going northbound. Anyhow, we'll be back in a minute for the rest of this. Stay tuned and be right back. Alright guys, our power is going to leave and we're going to switch it over to track 1 and pick up our setouts, and while we're on our way back to the siding, we will go ahead and drop off the 2 tankers at Praxair since it's on our way out. So here comes our crew, heading down track 1. Alright, and come on back. Alright, the crew's lined up the turnout for Praxair, and we'll back 2 tankers in there, and we'll spot them, and then we'll go ahead and take the rest of the load and put them on the siding. And then we'll go ahead and set up the outbound train. Stand by and be right back. Alright guys, with our tankers dropped off, we're now going to do our first crossover, and we're going to park these trains on the on this siding right here, and we're going to break the power loose, and we're going to go set up our outbound train. We got orders to do a quickie job on that one. So since we passed the crossovers, brakeman will get out there and he'll align the turnouts, and we'll go ahead and put these on the siding. Of course the turnouts are not going to cooperate with me. Alright, and hold it there. Come on back. And once our cars get here, we'll break the engines loose, and we'll go ahead and go back on the main line number 1 and pick up and set up our outbound train. Alright, we watch our power come back across the main line number 1. And remember, always set your turnouts back straight. And come on forward. And we'll head him on down to the track to yard lead number 1, and we'll set up our outbound train. Alright guys, power is heading back into Glendale Yard, and they'll be picking up the cars that will be heading north, and we'll set them up on the northbound train. Alright guys, we got our load, and we're going to go ahead and come back out, and we're going to cross over and go back down yard lead number 1 and hook up to our waiting train, and then that train will be on its way to Ash Fork and beyond. Of course, Ash Fork is like an interchange where these cars would get dropped off, and another crew would pick it up and bring it out to the BNSF East-West Transcontinental main lines, which is usually in Kingman or Flagstaff. And we're good. Alright guys, we catch our train as it comes back into the yard, and we're going to hook up with the northbound train, and this train will be leaving town ASAP, so we'll go ahead and get him ready and get his clearance to get out of here. In the meanwhile, we'll unhook our power, and we'll send him back over to Central Phoenix. Alright guys, our power is heading back to Central Phoenix, but in the meanwhile, our northbound train is ready to leave, so we'll get on over there and we'll see what's going on. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, our crew got the clearance to go ahead and leave the yard, and they'll be crossing over onto mainline 2. And we're doing the crossover, but hey, we got a grain train coming up behind it. Very cool. Alright guys, this is going to be the last part for this video. We're going to take the power and we're going to put it behind the center beams, and we're going to call it good for tonight. We'll just do our crossover, and after we do our crossover, we'll pull up to the cars and we'll call it quits. Anyhow, we'll pass the crossovers now, and you're good. Come on forward. And like I said, this will be the last move for tonight. We'll finish this up in the next video. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching. Your questions, comments, input, and subs are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.